The trading post on Kepler station buzzed with the usual cacophony of a dozen different species conducting business. Sarah Martinez moved through the crowd with practiced ease, her small frame weaving between towering Grelians and chittering Vex merchants. She'd been living on the frontier stations for 3 years now, ever since she'd married Marcus and followed him to the outer rim. She was examining a display of rare earth crystals when the Korthak approached her stall. Standing nearly 8 feet tall with 4 arms and chitinous plating covering most of his body, Vrex was known throughout the station as Trouble. His species prided themselves on physical dominance, and he'd grown increasingly frustrated with the humans who seemed to ignore traditional hierarchies. Small meat, Vrex rumbled in broken standard, his mandibles clicking with amusement. You take up space meant for real beings. Sarah didn't look up from the crystals. She'd dealt with bullies before, and ignoring them usually worked. I'm just shopping, same as everyone else. The dismissal enraged Vrex. In Korthak society, a challenge ignored was an insult that demanded blood. His primary arm shot out, grasping Sarah by the shoulders and lifting her off the ground. You look at Vrex when Vrex speaks, he snarled, shaking her like a doll. Let go of me, Sarah said firmly, though her voice carried no panic. She'd been in worse situations. Instead of complying, Vrex drew back one of his secondary arms and backhanded her across the face. The blow sent her sprawling across the deck plating, her lips split and bleeding. The marketplace fell silent as dozens of beings turned to witness the confrontation. Vrex stepped forward, preparing to deliver another blow to establish his dominance, when a voice cut through the silence like a vibroblade through flesh. I suggest you step away from my wife. The voice was quiet, conversational even, but something in its tone made every being in the marketplace freeze. Vrex turned to see a human male approaching, average height, unremarkable build, with the kind of face that was easy to forget. Marcus Martinez looked like a clerk or a technician, not a warrior. Another small meat, Vrex laughed, though some of the other aliens began backing away. They'd been on the frontier longer, had heard the stories. Come to die with female? Marcus knelt beside Sarah, helping her to her feet with gentle hands. You okay, honey? I'm fine, she replied, wiping blood from her lip. Just an ignorant alien who doesn't know better. Marcus nodded and stood, turning to face Vrex. You hit my wife. Yes. Small meat learn respect now. No, Marcus said, his voice still eerily calm. You learn. Vrex charged, all 4 arms extended to grapple the smaller human. It should have been over in seconds. A Korthak's strength was legendary, their exoskeleton nearly impervious to most weapons. Marcus sidestepped the charge with fluid grace, his hand moving to his belt. The monomolecular knife emerged from its sheath like liquid mercury, its edge invisible to the naked eye. As Vrex thundered past, Marcus made a single, precise cut. The Korthak's left leg separated at the knee joint, the monomolecular blade finding the exact gap in his armor plating. Vrex crashed to the deck, ichor spurting from the wound as he screamed in pain and confusion. Humans, Marcus said conversationally as he stood over the writhing alien, are persistence hunters. We don't have the biggest claws or the strongest bite. We don't have armor plating or natural weapons. But we have something your species never developed. He knelt beside Vrex, the knife hovering near the alien's throat. We have spite. When something threatens what we love, we don't just fight back, we end the threat permanently. Your species sees combat as a dominance display, a way to establish hierarchy. Humans see combat as problem-solving. Vrex tried to speak, tried to beg, but Marcus continued in that same calm tone. See, you think you made a mistake when you hit Sarah. But that wasn't your mistake. The knife moved closer. Your mistake was assuming that because I look harmless, I am harmless. Your mistake was not knowing that I spent 6 years as a combat engineer in the Rigel campaign, that I've killed things that would give you nightmares, that I've walked through hell itself to protect the people I love. Station security finally arrived, a mixed group of beings who all kept their distance from the human with the knife. Your mistake, Marcus concluded, was not knowing that every human out here on the frontier is here for a reason. We don't come to the edge of civilized space because we're running from something. We come here because we're the kind of people who run toward the things that need killing. He stood, the knife disappearing into its sheath. Sarah, honey, are you ready to go home? Just let me pay for these crystals first, she replied, as if nothing had happened. As they walked away, Vrex's agonized cries echoing behind them, the other beings in the marketplace made careful note of the lesson they'd just witnessed. The humans looked soft, looked weak, looked like easy prey. But they'd forgotten the most important rule of the frontier: appearances could kill you. Word spread quickly through the station that night. The quiet human in maintenance wasn't just married to the pretty woman who worked in hydroponics. He was something much more dangerous, a human who'd found something worth protecting. And on the frontier, there was nothing more terrifying than a human with purpose.